My name is Gemma's Journey Grace. I walk this world in my own pace. I see the colors others miss. I've got a heart you can't dismiss. Some days are loud, some days are bright, but every step I take is mine. I shine my truth in every space. This is Gemma's Journey Grace. I live with autism, and that's my power. I rise up stronger every hour. Don't need your perfect, don't need your doubt. I know who I am, and I'm standing proud. I'm finding my rhythm, my voice, my place. This is Gemma's journey, this is my grace. You might not see what's in my mind, but there's a world of stars behind. I feel the music in the air, I feel the love that's always there. My story's written in my way, no rules to how I shine today. I'm on a path I'm meant to chase. Call me Gemma's Journey Grace. I live with autism, and that's my power. I rise up stronger every hour. Don't need your perfect, don't need your doubt. I know who I am, and I'm standing proud. I'm finding my rhythm, my voice, my place. This is Gemma's journey, this is my grace. Every challenge, every fight, I keep on moving toward the light. My heart is steady, my dream is clear. I'm not alone, I'm still right here. I live with autism, and that's my power. I grow more fearless every hour. I'm writing my story line by line. This journey's tough, but it's all mine. I'm finding my rhythm, my voice, my place. I'm Gemma's Journey. I am great.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Friday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all looking forward to spending the weekend with friends, family, loved ones, or if you're working with your colleagues. But today I'm going to be talking about the work I do with my local adult autism diagnostic service, and the fact that I've been working with them now in collaboration, in co-production, for coming up for 10 years. I've been diagnosed 13 years, so I've been doing this a little bit shorter than my other work that I talked about in the previous video. But yeah, working with the adult autism diagnostic service, the AADS, has been a really fantastic thing for me. It's been something that has really given me my confidence, my purpose, a reason to get up and go and do stuff. And since being diagnosed by them as well, it's given me something to help support them. The team have not just become professionals that I work with, they've become work colleagues, they've become friends, they've become people who I call my family. They're people who I look forward to seeing and doing trainings with, doing events with. And over the 10 years I've been able to really work hard with them and have my voice heard and been listened to, been valued, been respected. And I really love being part of their service. I love being a colleague. I love being someone who is a service user, someone who has been through their service, been diagnosed by them, have support by them, and still continue to have support by them, even though I'm not longer a patient or a service user on their actual official record. But I work alongside them a lot. I often offer advice to their post-diagnostic support group for adults who've been recently diagnosed within the last year to couple of years. And I offer my tips, tricks and cope and strategies that I've built up myself over the last few years on my own autism diagnostic journey. and I am really lucky that my team are a really lovely bunch of people. There's Trudy, there's Emma, there is Colin, there is Ria, there is Marcina, there is Sarah, and a few others. But we have our admin called Ronnie, who's fantastic. She's the one who emails me all the work dates that I do. She's like, Gemma, can you do this? Gemma, can you do that? Yes, what time? And then I email her back and she sends me the agenda and what we're going to be talking about and discussing, so that when we have our team development days, which we've got the next one in January, I believe. So yeah, I look forward to going to that, and we discuss how we can improve our service, and we go through all the current things that we talk about. And I really love being part of the team development days, because again, it gives me my experience, my voice as somebody who has been diagnosed by them, and I get to see how the service is running and what our timetable is and how much work we've got on to get focused on. And being part of that is really important to me, because it gives me my voice. I'm a patient by experience. I'm somebody that is diagnosed by them, and it's something that I really look forward to helping out with and supporting, and also knowing how well we're doing with referrals and such. And I think it's really cool to hear all the good progress stories we've had, and being part of that team in general is just a fantastic team to work with. They're very good. They understand me, they respect me. They offer me times that I can do. They help me to book my train journeys there and back home. They help to make sure that I'm feeling not anxious or overwhelmed by it or overstimulated by it. They make sure that I'm taken care of. They make sure they always give me a hot chocolate when I go there. Trudy comes up to me. She's the social worker of the team, also the autism, one of the assessors who does the assessments. She comes up to me, she's like, Gem, do you want your usual hot chocolate? Yes, please. So she actually knows to get me a hot chocolate every time I go there. She's like, would you like a hot chocolate, Gemma? Yeah. So that, again, is something that is a routine to me. It's important to me because she knows I like that drink. She knows the way to greet me. She always comes to the reception to see me. And then we go upstairs in the lift or the stairs, and we talk about everyday things that I've been going through or that she's been going through. And we like to catch up and have a brief discussion with each other, which I really like, because it helps to separate work from personal life, and that boundary of making sure we don't cross it with regards to professional side and non-professional side. So again, it helps me to learn boundaries and strategies and relationships, because obviously I've got the professional working relationship with Trudy and everybody, as well as the friendship side. So again, I have to make sure I don't cross that boundary, and over the years she's helped me to make sure that I know where I don't cross it, and also to know how to effectively communicate if I can or can't do something, or if I'm struggling, to always ask a question or to write it down. If I can't verbalise it, I'll write it down on a bit of paper, and then she'll answer it, or I'll type it in an email and she'll be like, this, and that will help me to identify what I need to do to help support myself. So that's a really good way of helping me to overcome some of my sensory hurdles and problems that may come across with my anxiety. And she's always there to answer a phone call or an email, or if I've got even if it's the most silliest little question, she'll be like, okay, Gemma, ask the question, and then she always gives me the sensible answer back to help me. And also I work with Emma, who's one of the psychologists. She's a fantastic lady. I love Emma. And we also have another mental health nurse called Lisa, who I absolutely adore. She's fantastic, and I work with her when we do our team meetings or any trainings. I work with her as well, and I can't speak highly of all of them. Like the staff, they're just amazing bunch of people. I've met so many fantastic friends, work colleagues, and I've had my voice listened to. I felt respected, I felt important, I felt dignified, and that's important to me, because getting to know new people can be quite scary and sensory overwhelming for me, especially when you introduce a new person to me and I'm like, and I don't know how to often communicate successfully or what to do or using the right tone. And Trudy often helps me to go through them situations when we've been to events or courses in the past, and she's like, oh, Gemma, this person, oh, Gemma, this person, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm able to say hello and greet myself to them. But it is hard, because being an autistic person, sometimes we don't know how the best way to approach it is, or the best thing to say. And Trudy, Emma, Lisa, Ronnie, everyone else in the team is always there to lend me a helping hand to support me. They're always there to guide me. And sometimes I do get overwhelmed, sometimes I do struggle. I think, what am I doing, Gemma? Why are you doing that? Why are you saying that? Why do you think that? And there's always a way that they help me to overcome that and to self-identify issues that I need to work through. and then things that I can do to help clear my own mind, because sometimes I do get a little bit upset and emotional, and they've been great with me helping to regulate my emotions and to think things through and to really give myself a way to effectively communicate in a way that sometimes when I can't, or I physically, mentally can't process it. Trudy is always there to go, hey Gemma, it's okay, what about this, we'll do this. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a lot better, because it takes a lot of pressure off me and takes a lot of pressure off my anxiety and the way that my brain works or doesn't choose to work sometimes. But I'm really grateful that I get to work with them for the last 10-11 years of my 13-year diagnosis. And I've really learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to work in a team. I've learned how to keep things confidential. I've learned how to make friends. I've learned how to communicate and take my turn. Because before, my conversations in the past have been very one way. It's been my way and no way. Whereas now I'm like, Gemma, that doesn't work. You can't do that. Like, you need to be turn taking and, learning how to pause and breathe and taking the chance to give somebody else a chance to join in the discussion, and always include other people. It's not just about you and your thoughts and the way that you want to say things. And again, Trudy and Emma and Lisa and all the previous people I worked with, Ria, Colin, Marcina, Sarah, they've all helped me in some way or other to work with them, and I really do enjoy being part of that team. I wouldn't have had the chance to do what I do now if it wasn't for them offering me some volunteer work and being able to help other people who are going through the service at the same time, and especially now with all the newly diagnosed people. And I'll be able to sit on some diagnostic groups and help them go through their questions or thoughts or any worries, any concerns that they've had. And, it means a lot to me that they trust me, not just confidentially, but they trust me to be a good person, a friend, a thoughtful person, a respectful person. And that helps me to make myself feel better and increase my confidence, my self-esteem, and helps to lessen my depression and anxiety issues. And I can't thank them enough for it. It really helps to know that I've got friends as well as colleagues there who are there to have my back and to support me. And, they welcome me with open arms. They literally supported me each step. Like every time I have a bit of an issue or a worry or a question, or nothing's too big or too small for them, they always be like, oh, okay, Gemma, we can hop on a video call, or we can hop on an email or a phone call, and they're always there to answer anything I may, if it may be the most stupidest, immature question or the most smallest, little thing I think, oh, hold on, I don't know, and I'm like, oh, okay. And they've helped me to reach out in the most professional way, again, the most discreet way. And, they've helped me to gain my confidence, my development in myself, my social skills. Because, again, a lot of people with autism, we do struggle with social skills. And I've really learned a lot about myself, how to speak, how to communicate, how to dress. And, I've really learned how to work within a team environment, an office environment. Because, again, buildings like that can be quite overwhelming when there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of people passing through. And, so, again, it can be something that I've had to learn to deal with, like the noises of the telephones and things like that. But, again, my specific part of the building where the office is actually quite quiet. So I'm quite lucky that they have rooms where I can go and sit in for lunch and I can take a breather. And our team is quite small, so I'm quite lucky there isn't too many people to overwhelm me with or too much noise, really. We are quite lucky we are a small bunch of people. But I really do enjoy being part of the adult autism diagnostic team, because it's given me a reason, a purpose. It gives me a function. It gives me a reason to help others. And over the years, I've learned so much about, how to be part of a team. I've learned how to travel on the train. I've learned how to plan the train times. I've learned what footwear I need. I've learned how to make sure that I'm wearing plain or neutral colours, because I don't want to overwhelm the staff and the service users with how I'm dressing, because I don't want to overstimulate them and overstimulate myself. So yeah, that's some other tips and tricks that I've learned. Also, they are very good when it comes to food issues. I am quite picky with my food. So when we've been to events and courses, Trudy and a few others have always been like, oh, Gemma, what about this? What about this? There's this and this and this option. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that, I like that, I like that. And then they've literally been able to help me with food. So again, that's one thing I don't have to necessarily have to worry about. Or a lot of the time I have brought my own lunch. So whether it's I get some sandwiches from the shop, or whether I pack lunchbox, or whether I grab something on the train whilst I'm halfway there, and I buy like a pack up or a bacon roll or something just to keep me going during the day. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed hearing about my experience, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.